Well, hello YouTubers, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this dual lens 4.5 IPS screen Teslong NTS300 inspection camera, 8mm in diameter, industrial endoscope, borescope, 720p HD LED flashlight, 32 gig card, tempered glass, and a 3.3-foot cable that I picked up on Amazon. And this is really going to be a great help if you work on automobiles or if you need to get into tight places to look at leaks, maybe inspect areas that you typically could not get a camera in. This might be just for you. Let's take a look at it here. Okay, so here is a look at the box it came in. Typical Amazon packaging. Got a little bit of airbag plastic here. And here is the tool itself. Pretty decent case, a nice solid case, and I would expect something like this for electronics. And we've got these nice little slide handles here where we can actually put a little lock here, I noticed. So let's open this up and show you what it is like. And there is the tool itself. We've got some manuals here, operating manuals, how to actually operate it. And here is the cable. We've got some accessories that came with it. And here is the tool itself. Now this particular tool here, I ordered the 3.3-inch cable, or what they call the waterproof gooseneck cable. So first thing you notice right away, it does have a nice big screen. I like that. And also we have a light on the front here apparently. That's pretty cool. And also we have on the side here, we do have an SD card slot. And this does come with an SD card. I do believe it's a 32 gig card. And you can see it right there, and there's our charging port. And we've got this nice little seal here that kind of goes in here like that. Keeps the dust and moisture out. Overall, it feels pretty good. And also, I think right here on the side, you have a place where you can actually push this button. And I believe you can kind of tip this back. Yeah, kind of got an angle like that. So that's pretty nice to have on that. And also this has an extra HD camera built in on the side of the gooseneck cable. Check that out right there. You see that guy here? You can actually take shots from this side. You push a button on this cable right here and you can go back into the main camera straight ahead. So this is really nice. Now the extra camera is built in to the side of this gooseneck, so it is waterproof. That is something that's going to be really nice because you never know what you're going to be sticking this into, especially wet places. Now this apparently has a lithium-ion battery, a 2600 milliamp battery, a rechargeable battery. These are the newest batteries that come in with this tool, and it says it will last up to 6 hours. I've been playing with it, and it seems like the battery does hold up to about 6 hours. And the camera itself does come with an IP67 waterproof design, support for working underwater, which is pretty great. And it will go down to 1 meter or for about 3.2 feet. Obviously, you don't want to go too far with this. You get this thing in the water, it might be a problem, but it's really nice to see this cable being waterproof. With this second camera on the end of the cable here, or the gooseneck, this side camera, when you turn it on, it creates an extra 70 degrees of viewing angle, totaling 140 degrees. So it really makes it nice. You don't have to spin this around a whole lot. Just a touch of a button, and you can switch back and forth. Support JPEG images and MPEG 4 videos, and also you don't have to worry about downloading any software or anything. Everything's already built in. Now when you buy one of these, you might want to consider looking at the gooseneck cable here. They do make 3 sizes. They make a 10-foot, they make a 16.4 foot, and they make a 3.3 foot, which is what I got here. This is 3 feet 3 inches. This one was only $135 with the whole thing. The 16.4 foot one is $159, and the 10 foot is $149. So you can make a decision based on what you need and how far down that hole you have to go. Now the gooseneck, when it's all hooked up here, this entire thing only weighs about 3 pounds, very light. And it's actually pretty sturdy. It does feel like there's some quality here, decent plastic, and also the glass on the front here is tamper-proof. Supposed to be some pretty high quality tamper-proof glass, or what they call toughened glass, but there is a screen protector on it right now. Now the screen resolution is 854 by 480 pixels. Image capturing resolution is 920 by 1020 pixels. Video recording resolution is 1280 by 720 or 920 by 1080 pixels, and the camera resolution is 1 megapixel HD, which is kind of nice. They do give you a little hook here. They give you a little magnet and this little shiny thing here. I think this is probably a reset tool or something. The problem I got now is there are no accessories for like mirrors for this that I could find for this particular camera, because the lens here is 8mm. So when you buy something on Amazon, you get your picture, then below it, you know, it'll say most frequently bought together. Well, I thought, well, I'll buy some mirrors. Well, here are the mirrors I bought. Well, unfortunately, these do not work. These are 8.5. I don't know why they do this. There's been a lot of people on reviews complaining about this, and I fell into it. Then after I got it, found out these will not screw onto here. The threads are different. They're a little big. They will not fit. So I went back on Amazon and reread, and actually part of this was my fault. The one pack here says will not fit with this. It only fits with certain ones. But so this is something you really got to be careful about. This is an 8mm lens, and these are 8.5, so they are totally different. So really all I got with the kit was a hook and a mirror, and you have your camera here. Now, I could still stick this in, it'll work fine. I can see from the front, I can see from the side, but if I'm sticking this into a cylinder, I want to be able to look back and see my valves and see if they're burnt, broken, or whatever. Well, I don't have a mirror to put on this to actually look backwards. So I've got to make a decision. Do I want to keep this or hang on to it a little bit longer and do some more research and see if they sell these lenses for this? But I don't think they will. So I may just go ahead and send it back and buy one that actually does have some angle mirrors where I can actually use for looking at my valves and my cylinders and so forth. Now, I could bend this, stick it in there, and use the side camera here, maybe look up, but that's going to get kind of annoying. And some of these engines, you know, the spark plug holes are in there so deep, you would not be able to bend this enough to get it in there. So I think I may be looking for another one soon. But for now, I'm really happy with this, and it seems like it's a really nice tool. Then again, maybe I'm being just a little too hard. Maybe there's a problem by the time you screw a mirror on here. The light coming out of this would be too bright for the reflectivity for the mirror. I don't know, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some research. I did find some 8mm lenses. I'm actually buy a couple just for the heck of it, put them on here and see if this solves my issue, gives me a nice 60-degree angle looking backwards sort of on this. And if it does work out, I'll give you guys an update, and I'll put a link in the description in this particular video. So I guess, you know, if I buy a Cadillac, I'm expecting a coffee maker too, right? I don't know, but it's just me. I like to have something that would really work, that can look back and see my valves if I'm in a cylinder. Now, I am going to leave the screen protector on right now because I'm just that way. I like to keep my screens in good shape. And actually, you can see this fairly well. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and take our gooseneck cable here and kind of stretch it out a little bit. Now, when you hook this up, there's a little red dot on the top right there, and on the gooseneck here, you'll see a little place right about there. There's a little cutout place. Kind of put that in here like that. Screw that in there like that, and she's all hooked up, and hopefully my whole camera here is wide enough for you to see this. And we got it all hooked up. So to turn this on, we long push the on button here, and there it is. Screen's nice and bright, and you can really see the top of my ceiling there. You can see the camera is really bright, and of course to turn it off, you just kind of long push the button. And as you can see here, we do have some light settings. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's really bright, a little less, a little lesser, and pretty much off. So that's really nice to have. So we'll go ahead and turn this back on. Long push the button there. And we got a nice bright screen as we look at my floor. Now you can do a lot of things. You can record straight to the SD card or just take pictures. Now, unfortunately, there's no way to hook your computer up into this, which would be really nice if you could just hook your computer in the side of this and download pictures right to your computer. But you can save them on here and probably be just fine with that. And if we go into mode here, you can see we have all kind of settings here. We can even rotate this. There's a button there. We're going to just hit that, flip it all the way around. You don't have to go spinning this whole system around. And we have some other settings here. You can go into, let's see, freeze. You can rotate, or you can go over here, take a picture, and it's saved to the SD card. And as we go through some more settings here, you can see the picture I took of my carpet, but the camera was actually moving. Very high quality pictures. I'm really impressed. And we have more settings here. You can go into resolution, date stamp, shutter sound, and there's some more settings. You got power, on off, language, date, time, format, default setting. And if you look closely up on the top, you can see it actually has a microphone. Believe it or not, you can record voices, sounds. Got the little SD card there. And also we got the battery indicator, which is actually pretty good right now. Let me see if I can, maybe you can see it there a little bit better if I, nope, that's still pretty bright. So you can see if I move these, move this camera around a little bit, you can see how the quality is here. It's, colors are nice and blue. Looks really good. So far I think I'm happy with this. I've used it quite a bit. Battery lasts, and also this cable is nice and stiff, meaning you can actually pull this cable out like this and it'll stay. Like if you have to go up into the ceiling or something, you can push this all the way up there and you don't have to worry about this falling back down. I've had some cheaper ones where they just had a wire on it and you could not even get the wire to go down the hole. Now the end of this, you know, it's not terribly big, not terribly small, so you can probably still get it into some tight corners. Now if you're going to go into a small pipe and maybe an elbow or something, that might be an issue because this does not really flex all that easy. The whole point of this is to make it kind of tough, so you might want to be aware of that. You could probably go into a pipe or something so far before this hits the elbow or something. And I think this is probably a little bit better look at the camera. You can see how crisp and clear it is. And of course, right up here on the top, all we have to do is push this little button here and it'll go to the side 70-degree view. Check that out. Isn't that pretty nice? And we push it again and we go back to the main camera. If you want to record a video, you just hit this button on the left, and right there's our little counter. You can see it kind of counting away, recording, which is really nice. And I'm going to hold it steady and you can see how crisp and clear that screen is. Really nice. Now if I want to go back and review what I just recorded, I hit the mode button, hit OK. You can hear what I just said. And we'll hold steady to see how crisp and clear that screen is. Really nice. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I like this really a lot. And also some of the other settings here, you can delete what you just did. You can go in here and protect a particular file, or you can hit sideshow and hit that. And look at that, we've got a place here. We can go 2 seconds, 5 seconds, or 8 seconds. So we'll hit 2 seconds. Here's a look at everything I've done so far. Just kind of flipping through, gives you the resolution on top, the date and timestamp. There we go, just rolling right along. Some of these are JPEGs and some of these are INVO files. And as we kind of measure the end of it here, it looks like it's about 1/4 of an inch. It's not really terribly big. It's about the size of a pencil, so you know you can probably still get this in some really tight places and corners. And if I extend this cable all the way out, the nice thing, it'll pretty much stay. With a little help there, you can see how stiff it is. So you can get this down in some really deep holes or in between the walls or whatever, which is really nice. So you can kind of see how stiff that is. That's nice. Now you do get a little cable here, they call it a charging cable. You can connect this to your computer, and on the side here, you just kind of pop this little cover off, and there's a little place here on the side where you can plug this in. And if you're near a computer, which you're probably going to be around a computer most of the time anyway, if you're going to be taking pictures, you can kind of plug that in right there. It does charge up quickly. It doesn't take very long for this to charge up. I've charged it up about 3 times, and it takes only about 15 to 20 minutes if it's about 3/4 low on battery, or if it's completely dead, it takes about an hour. So it's pretty fast charging, which is really nice. And also I do have some Q-tips on standby in case I get a little smudge on the mirror or the camera lens here gets a little wet. You can kind of dry it off, which is something you might want to think about. And they give you a nice little catalog here where you can go in here and do some more shopping, buy more neat things and features and cables, and also you get a user manual. Pretty in-depth there, a lot of information, a lot of useful stuff, and also all about it. But like I said, it would be great if you could actually hook this up to a computer and download the files to a computer. But maybe, hey, who knows, maybe in the next couple of years somebody will come out with that. But for basic stuff, this will work really well. I can just simply take my cell phone and take a picture if I want to take it somewhere and show somebody something. That's one way you can do it, or you can actually just pull the SD card out. Kind of annoying, put it in another system and view it like that. And for charging, just plug it into any old computer, and on the side of the camera, just pull back the plastic, plug it in right about here, and we are now charging. And as you can see right here, it is charging. Alright guys, so there you go. I know there's hundreds of reviews of these online, but I wanted to show you my experience with it. So I'm really happy with it. I like it. I'm going to do my best to try to find another lens. If I can find a 60 or a 30 degree lens, all I need is one lens to actually come back where I can actually see my valves. You see in that last clip, you can see the cylinders really well, but really kind of tough to see the upper part of that cylinder if you want to look at valves or anything. But if I do find a nice lens that will fit this and work out for me, then this is definitely a keeper. I'll give you guys an update a little bit later when I do get the extra lens and let you know if it's the right one and all that, and where I got it from. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know where you're watching from right now. And until my next video, guys, I will see you later.